With Denmark, Greece and Great Britain, last year's gold, silver and bronze world medalists, all vying for supremacy, this fourth renewal of the lightweight double sculls will see new champions. After Poland's double Olympic champions, Kucharski and Sich failed to qualify.
Attention.
A good clean start by everybody, and if this race goes according to form, then it's the British bows that are going to hit the front just shortly after 200 metres. They've been consistently the fastest starters in this event at this regatta, if indeed all season as well. They've shown that pace in the first bit of the race.
And just as it was for the women, of course, everybody competing on equal terms. The average limit in terms of weight for these partnerships, 70 kilos. Individually, no man may weigh more than 72.5 kilos. And there is the bow of boat number 3 of Great Britain, just beginning to edge, as you suggested, into the lead, but being really tested at the moment by the Italians.
Yeah, the Italians, I saw them race the British in the last World Cup in Poznan. And do you know, David, the Italians led the British until the last 250 metres. I thought they were going to win, but then Purchase and Hunter just lifted the rating up and went straight through them. So they showed they had the pace, but the Italians have got form, they've got history in this event, and they're a very, very good crew, but I still take the British to be cool, calm and collected.
Yeah, Miani is the new man, really, with Luini after Pettinari and Luini parted company. But for me, they've yet really to click on the big occasion.
I think so. I mean, it was their big chance in Poznan, and I think they were absolutely mad that the British got through them in that last part of the race. But I think coming through to 500 metres, it's the Italians in front. But here we go. I think Zach Purchase is going to say, right, let's do the work now. This is where we're going to win the gold medal in this middle 1,000 metres.
So Great Britain and Italy vying early on, but also you've got to keep an eye on the Greek duo, because again, it's a characteristic of their racing to come with a late flourish.
It is, and Polymeros versus Purchase. I mean, they had that fantastic race in the single sculls in Gifu where Polymeros beat Purchase. Then in Eton, Purchase won, and then last year, Polymeros and the Greek double, they beat the British by 1 second. So, you know, head to head. So they all know about each other, the Greeks and the British in this event, which is what makes it so compelling to watch.
So on the left you have Cuba, then 2 from the left, Italy now powering their way into the lead, Great Britain, but being closely shadowed there by Greece and Denmark, 2 from the right, the world champions, and China stuck out on the outside on the right there, struggling to go with the pace. And Martin, we talked about it yesterday, crews that can turn their season around. Can the Danes do that?
Yeah, I think the Danes have been showing us that they can turn their season around since Poznan, where they finished second, close on the British, and the British are going to know that Mads Rasmussen have got that fantastic finishing sprint, saw them clearing the World Championships last year, so they're not going to want to take any chances, which is why they've got to dominate in this second 500 metres.
Well, it's the British who are dominating, and they've powered their way into the lead. The best part of half a length there over Greece, with Denmark very close with Italy in 3rd and 4th places. And here are the British facing you, Mark Hunter and Zach Purchase. Mark Hunter, who's off to California after this race.
Yeah, Mark Hunter's story epitomises what's happened to British lightweight men's rowing. They've not won a medal in the Olympics at all, and for a country which has a rich tradition in lightweight rowing, that's a big loss. And Hunter, well, he was way back in the field in the 4 in Athens, but since Robin Williams has come to be chief coach of lightweight men's rowing, it's really taken this discipline on and strength from strength. And you know, the British are looking good at the moment, and they'll have to, because I was very impressed with the Greeks in their semi-final. They did look very quick in the last quarter, and this is a useful lead to have at this stage of the race.
Denmark just having a look around. They are really like the odd couple. Physiologically it shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah, it does, and I do think the physiology stroke man Rasmus Quist Hansen is extraordinary. For such a little guy, I think he's only 5'9" or 5'10". It's amazing that he can really be competitive in this sort of event.
Italy on the far side, just beginning to fade a little now, and it is Great Britain now with a length and terrific work. Their time for the second quarter was 1:33.78, and this looks just as quick, if not a little bit faster.
You know, this British double is unbeaten all season. I just wonder if this is going to be the only crew at this Olympic regatta that's going to have won all their races throughout the World Cup, every single World Cup race, heat, semi-final and so forth, and the British are still there in the Olympics doing the same thing. And there it's grit your teeth. Look at Mark Hunter's face there, David. He knows this is where it's going to count.
But this is where they've got to watch out, because this is where Polymeros traditionally starts to wind it up. It's actually in the last 250 metres, but such is the advantage that the British have got. He's really got to go now if he wants to have any chance of catching them.
Well, I think this is where the British have done so well this season. Their coach, Darren Whiter, has made them very cohesive, so they work through the water in the dry phase together, and that means they can relax out forward. It means they've got the flexibility to accelerate, even though they've worked hard in the middle of the race.
It is remarkable. They say about partnerships being made in heaven. This seems to be just one of those. And now Italy trying to fight back for perhaps a bronze medal, but it looks forlorn because the Danes are solid in third place and Britain now being challenged by the Greeks, and the gap is closing. They have got the overlap, just about.
Yeah, I still think that's a fantastic final sprint by the British, because they've got the form, they've got that drive in the middle of the stroke, and Polymeros is going to have to do something special if he's going to get back on Hunter and Purchase.
Denmark raising the rate as well, but we're inside the last 10 strokes now, and it is the British partnership of Zach Purchase, Mark Hunter in the stroke seat. They are being caught, the advantage is being whittled away, but the line is coming. It was a length, it's now half a length, but it's gold for Great Britain, silver for Greece, and bronze to Denmark, with going across the line in fourth place Italy ahead of China and Cuba. And so a first ever Olympic lightweight gold for Great Britain, courtesy of Zach Purchase and Mark Hunter.
You know, Zach Purchase quite right to hug Mark Hunter there, because that's all he ever wanted, to listen to the national anthem and see the British flag go up the flagpole.
Zach Purchase and Mark Hunter, and a fantastic final push also for the Greeks. A first medal for Dimitrios Mougios, a second one for Vasilios Polymeros. 4 years ago it was a bronze, now it's a silver. And the Danes, well, they look a little disappointed, but hopefully not too disappointed, because an Olympic medal is an Olympic medal, and no disgrace in taking the bronze.
Absolutely, and I think for the Danes that was their best race of the season. It hasn't been the greatest season for them. They'll be pleased with that performance.